This year, winter is shaping up to be quite harsh. While hurricane season has been relatively quiet so far, meteorologists are warning that a major hurricane disaster could be on the horizon for the U.S. The potential for significant storms should not be underestimated, and it's crucial for everyone to stay vigilant and prepared. Now is the time to take precautions. Start by creating or reinforcing your sheltered area, a safe space where you and your loved ones can stay protected during extreme weather. Stock it with essentials like non-perishable food, water, flashlights, batteries, a first aid kit, and important documents. Make sure your home is ready to withstand high winds and heavy rains, and have an evacuation plan in place if needed. Latest weather pattern update February is bringing extreme weather, including another chance for southern snow. Below is the current weather pattern for the next 6 to 10 days. Temperatures are expected to be below average on the western side of the lower 48, which indicates a negative PNI. However, there is a brief chance for a positive PNI, which could bring a deep trough towards the south. This cold front is expected to push southward, bringing chances of severe weather. For example, Texas has a day 4 severe weather outlook, while northern Texas, including the DFW area, has a day 5 outlook with potential for hail, damaging winds, and other severe conditions. The weather pattern will become even more extreme as cooler air continues to push south over the next 14 days. A lower jet stream could bring snow to parts of Texas and Louisiana. According to the Climate Forecast System, CFS, a deep trough is likely to form across the south, possibly resulting in a Gulf storm that could bring snow to Texas and Louisiana. Areas to the north may see freezing rain or storms as we approach mid-February. Precipitation will accompany this cold front, leading to heavier snowstorms due to increased rainfall. Temperature anomalies indicate above average temperatures in some areas, which could result in mixed precipitation, such as half snow and half rain. As February progresses, below average temperatures are expected to spread across the south central United States during the first 6 days, with deeper cold moving from Texas into Louisiana and possibly parts of Mississippi. Temperatures could be 25 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit below average for this time of year. The PNA remains negative for the first 8 to 9 days of February, driving cold air across the western United States and supporting the development of troughs and cold fronts that bring snow and severe weather. A transition to a neutral or positive PNA between February 8th and 12th could push the cold air deeper into the deep south before shifting back westward. The Arctic Oscillation also suggests cold air will persist through early February, setting the stage for a significant snowstorm. While the first system may not bring much snow due to lingering warmth, the second system is expected to bring colder temperatures and heavier snow across parts of the south. By examining the tropopause, it becomes evident that below average anomalies will create a jet stream angle conducive to a major snowstorm moving across the south. This could lead to another southern jet stream and additional severe weather in the east. For the southeast, the extreme weather may remain south of most areas affecting Texas, Louisiana, and parts of Mississippi. The climate forecast system shows that by February 4th, a low pressure system will form as cold air advances. This will bring freezing rain, snow, and storms to the south. As the trough deepens, multiple low-pressure systems are expected to develop, resulting in more snow, freezing rain, and storms. A brief positive PNA will allow a southern storm to develop, combining with cold temperatures and precipitation to produce a southern freezing rain or snowstorm. Significant snow could build across the Midwest, the northern Great Lakes, and the interior Northeast. The south central and southeast regions may also see snow from this trough. From February 1st to 7th, heavy snow is anticipated in the higher elevations of Washington, Oregon, and California. Southern California may experience heavy rainfall, which could lead to dangerous mudslides in burn scar areas. Northern Idaho, western Montana, Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming are also at risk for heavy snow. The Midwest will continue to see snowstorms, with clippers moving through Monday and Tuesday. By Wednesday and Thursday, another storm system will develop, bringing severe weather and snow to the Central Plains and surrounding areas. Severe weather update and snowfall chances. Our latest severe weather update shows increased chances for snow as a cold front approaches. The most recent Euro model differs slightly from the Zero-Z model, but suggests that precipitation could align with the cold front, bringing snow across the Great Lakes as we transition from January into early February. According to the Zero-Z Euro model, storms are likely to develop Thursday into Friday, potentially increasing the risk of severe weather. The low-pressure system appears to linger over the south central region rather than advancing toward the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes, which may result in a warmer scenario. However, the Euro model still highlights threats for Texas, Oklahoma, and parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. Unlike previous predictions, the low pressure is not expected to move through the Central Plains, but instead veers toward the Great Lakes. This increases the chance of snow in these areas. The GFS model shows low pressure forming in both regions, ultimately favoring stronger storms across the southeast, and a more intense system moving toward the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, with snow potentially extending into the northeast. Severe weather threat for Wednesday. There's a 15% chance of severe weather in parts of Texas. By Thursday, the threat intensifies in northern Texas, including the DFS-EFW area. Cities at risk face potential supercells with large hail and damaging winds. As of now, Friday's instability appears too weak to maintain the severe weather threat. Snowfall chances. The 6Z Euro model provides forecasts for the next 6 days, showing snowfall in northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, Michigan, including the Upper Peninsula, the interior Northeast, and parts of New England. A developing trough could add some snowfall, though totals remain uncertain. The latest GFS model predicts heavier snow across northern Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and New England. However, ensemble forecasts reveal significant variability, with some scenarios showing little to no snow and others predicting light snowfall as the storm moves through the Great Lakes and Midwest. The storm's ultimate path remains uncertain, with two potential scenarios. It could take a higher ridge with snowfall or a more southern trajectory with less accumulation. The GFS Zero-Z run and the morning update show reduced snow chances for the Northeast, although some potential remains. The Canadian model also indicates a warmer trend, similar to the Euro Zero-Z and 6Z models, which oscillate between favorable and less favorable conditions for snowfall. Next, snowstorm possibilities at special message. As the lower jet stream intensifies, heavy snow is expected in the northwest, with totals ranging from 5 to 9 inches across Colorado and Michigan. There is also a slight chance for light snow along the Gulf Coast and into northern Mexico. The middle of February could bring more atmospheric lifting, increasing storm activity across the central and eastern U.S. Deep troughs are expected to produce more severe weather and snowstorms as the season progresses. While the cold air behind the next system may not be as intense as previous storms, it will still create conditions for rain, storms, freezing rain, and snow. I'll continue to provide updates as conditions evolve. Upcoming weather pattern update. In today's video, we'll be diving into a significant shift in the weather pattern. This change is quite different from what we've experienced over the past few weeks, starting in early January and even for much of December. During that time, we saw very cold temperatures in the east, warmer conditions out west, and relatively quiet weather across most regions. Now, things are flipping. We'll see warmer temperatures in the east, colder conditions in the west, and increased precipitation in many areas. This flip will bring major winter storms, which we'll break down in detail. Quick announcement before we get started, I'd like to invite you to check out my new vlog. You can find it in the top right corner of your screen, in the description, or in the pinned comment below. It's a passion project where I share glimpses of my life, including my first snowstorm in 3 years. We got about an inch of snow one day and over 3 inches on another. The puppy joined me for a snowy walk. It was a stunning experience. I hope you'll enjoy this personal side of my journey, so be sure to subscribe and show your support. 6 to 10 day outlook, February 1st through 5th. Let's start with the temperature outlook from the National Weather Service. During this period, we expect a warm push in the southeast. Colder temperatures in the northwest extending slightly down the west coast. This pattern suggests a jet stream configuration that supports active weather in the northern 2/3 of the nation. Additionally, we're monitoring potential severe weather in the south central and southeast regions where cold fronts will enhance instability. 8 to 14 day outlook, February 3rd to 9th. Looking a little further ahead, the pattern remains consistent. Warmer conditions in the southeast, colder air in the northwest, northern plains, and upper Midwest, cooler temperatures in parts of the southwest. Precipitation will likely remain active across the country, particularly in the west, northern plains, Ohio Valley, and northeast. Severe weather threats in the south, central, and southeast regions are also a concern as cold fronts move through these areas. Weeks 3 to 4 outlook, February 8th to 21st. The latest extended outlook suggests continued warmth in much of the east, even into mid to late February. Cooler conditions in the northwest and north central U.S. Precipitation. Heavy snowfall in the Cascades, northern Rockies, and Great Lakes. Active weather in the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast. Drier conditions across the Gulf Coast and Four Corners regions. The past 20 days, a recap. Over the last 20 days, most of the nation has experienced below average temperatures, except for parts of California and northern Maine. Many areas, especially in the greens on the map, saw temperatures 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit below normal, which is extreme for such a prolonged period. For example, Virginia hasn't had a January this cold since 1985. As we approach the end of January, we'll review the full 30-day outlook to see how the month shaped up overall. Current conditions and thunderstorm risks. As of this afternoon, thunderstorms and possibly severe weather are already occurring across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. We'll continue to monitor these developments closely. This area is definitely one to watch. California and Nevada are receiving some precipitation, which is much needed for areas struggling with wildfires. Are these wildfires natural or man-made? At this point, I'm not sure, as I haven't been keeping up well enough. Regardless, the rain will be very beneficial. This is also great news for the ski season in the Sierra Nevada, with some snowfall reported there. Meanwhile, it's still relatively cold across the north central and northeastern states, though temperatures are closer to normal in the south central and southeast regions. Looking ahead to Monday afternoon, January 27th, we're expecting showers and possibly thunderstorms in the southeast. The southwest continues to see precipitation with snowfall and rainfall depending on elevation. Across Canada and much of the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, there's significant snowfall due to a tandem of low pressure systems making for snowy conditions up north. By Tuesday, January 28th, a clipper system will move in from Canada, as they often do, and reach the Great Lakes. This will bring snowfall near Michigan's Upper Peninsula. By Tuesday afternoon, this system will make its way toward the northeastern and mid-Atlantic states, potentially resulting in a significant snow event. Clippers usually don't bring heavy snow, as they're typically short-lived, but as this low approaches the coast, activity may intensify. Overnight, the system moves into the northern mid-Atlantic and northeast, reaching 991 millibars as it moves offshore, bringing substantial snowfall for a clipper system. To the south, thunderstorms are rising in the plains and Gulf states. This could potentially become a severe weather event affecting areas such as Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri, and Kansas. This widespread thunderstorm activity will need to be monitored closely. By Friday, January 31st, a low pressure system is expected to develop across southern Indiana. Its exact location could vary, but it's expected to bring a warm front across the mid-Atlantic, resulting in primarily rain. The main concern will be a trailing cold front, likely sparking thunderstorms and severe weather throughout Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and northern Georgia. Warm and humid conditions will dominate the southeast and mid-Atlantic regions, making it a multi-day event to watch. Overnight, thunderstorms could reach Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. For those following my vlog channel, I hope to capture my first thunderstorm of the year soon, as we haven't had one yet. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for my next update.